Why cold calling beats LinkedIn ads and emails for B2B leads. I'm John Plumstead. I run a staffing agency called Bravo Global Staffing, and we also do lots of outsourced lead generation for companies across the globe. And this is why cold calling is not dead, and this is what the gurus won't tell you. Let's jump in. So you watch all these videos and they'll tell you, hey, listen, cold calling is dead. People say it's outdated. People are like, hey, it's AI. You can use DMs. You can do all this other stuff. The bottom line is businesses still pick up their phones. Okay, if you're going B2B, and you're calling dentist's office or office buildings or fitness centers or pizza parlors, they pick up their phone. So it's not dead. I promise you, it's not dead. The reason people try to sell cold calling is dead is because it's hard. A lot of people don't like it. People aren't comfortable doing it. So everyone's looking for an answer that isn't cold calling. But here's the facts. Cold calling still rocks. You either have to do the cold calling or you got to delegate it / outsource. Okay. So here, let me talk about some of the other channels quickly. Okay. LinkedIn. Okay. For the record, I'm going to go over LinkedIn ads, emails. I love them. Okay. We do all of them, but there are downsides to them. Here's what they are. Okay. LinkedIn. I get so many LinkedIn DMs. I can't keep up with them. Right. I'm not joking, at somewhere between 10 and 100 a day. I cannot keep up with them. The inbox is terrible. I lose good DMs in there constantly. It's terrible. I have someone on my team managing it every day, and we still lose leads because I get so much stuff in there. It's just so much spam, so much crap in there. Really hard to stand out. Ads. I love ads. But your lead quality there is going to be very low. People will click on lead magnets. People will get in your CRM and they will have no recollection of taking that action. They'll be like, wait, who are you? Wait, why should I care? Very low quality leads there. Okay. Email. Email is oversaturated and most of the stuff's not going to the inbox, even if you're using best practices right now. Cold email, we've done a ton of it. It can work, but cold email is a real struggle these days. Another thing, you'll end up on the phone anyway. That's one thing I like to talk about is, let's say you do get someone from an ad, okay, or from LinkedIn. What's the next step? The next step is some type of communication. People go like, well, I don't like cold calling. I just want to do the sales call. Most of the time, you're not going to go from LinkedIn to sales call. I mean, maybe you are, but if that's how your funnel is set up, you're missing a ton of leads. You want multiple steps there, right? So you want to go from like, hey, he's cold. Here's some type of back and forth to warm him up. And then we're going to the sales call. And a lot of times before the sales call, you're going to have some type of back and forth. A phone call is always the best bet if you can, or even if they're not picking up, you're going to sound like a real person. If you can do the phone call, it goes to voicemail and you just go, hey, sorry, I didn't catch you. I will follow this up with an email. But I just wanted you to know I was a real person, right? Like that type of tone. Number 3, the human factor. Live conversations build trust. Hands down, full stop. You will build more trust if you can have that conversation. Objections are handled on the spot. If someone has a question, you can tell right away where their pushback is. You can address that instantly. And then the instant market feedback. Why do I like that? Because some people, let's take direct mail. Love direct mail. Okay. Some people will spend $20,000 on direct mail. They'll send out a bunch of postcards. They will get nothing back. They're like, was it my copy? Was it my list? Was it something else? What happened? Where with cold calling, you will get instant market feedback. So how do you do cold calling in 2025? It's tech and data. What do I mean by tech? The AI stuff is coming. I don't think it's there yet. It's very close, but it's not there yet. But what are you going to call on? Okay, I would say like lower end is open phone. Higher end is ready mode. There's some stuff in the middle, but you want to do high volume calling. It's a numbers game. You want to do high volume calling. And then data, if you're calling businesses, I would use G Maps Extractor to scrape stuff. It's pretty cheap and you can get a lot of data. Okay, but your whole goal here is to increase volume without more budget. So how you can get a lot of data and then call that list like crazy. You go, well, can I just cold cold call like this myself. You can, but that's what burns people out. A lot of people, when they think about cold calling, they're scared of it. And it is hard to get started, okay, mentally. But people are scared of the rejection, okay? And the problem with cold calling is as soon as you get over the rejection, you're like, okay, I can deal with the rejection. The next thing you have to get over is you're just not going to have a lot of good conversations. You're going to go to voicemail. You're not going to get connected. Someone's going to push you, right? So it's then it becomes like a time slog, right? So you have this emotional, like, hey, how do I get the courage to take the rejection? But you don't even get that much rejection. It's really more of like the marathon slog to get through all of the downtime, the hangups, to get to good results. So that's why you should use a higher end system like Ready Mode and not just Open Phone. Okay, but no broken ad systems, no all goes to fight. I still like ads. I just think the best thing to do when you're getting Facebook leads is as soon as that lead hits, is call them. Okay, so you're going to be doing some cold calling anyways. Here's some real world examples that we've worked with and we're still working with, whether it's an advisory capacity or actually doing it. Real estate agents. If you need listings, you should be calling every FSBO and every expired listing consistently. And real estate agents aren't doing it. They're just not doing it. They would rather, spend a bunch of money with some agency that says they're gonna fix their stuff. But you should be calling. You should be calling FSBOs, expired listing. Real estate investors. Sure, you can send postcards. Sure, you can do this, that, and the other. You should be calling distressed property lists every day, whether that's tax delinquent or whatever. Find some distress lists that you like and you feel comfortable with, and then call them like crazy. If you're doing commercial cleaning, companies are paying us every month to call leads. This is what we do. We call gyms, apartment complexes, NL offices, property managers. We just do high volume calling over and over and over again. The other one is vending machines. We get a lot of vending machine leads. Happy to either help you staff or do it yourself, but ultimately this is how you get how you place vending machines. You call a lot of businesses that you want to place them in, and you say, "Hey, can I place a vending machine in your space?" And you book that call, right? Like it's simple. That's another reason why gurus don't want to sell cold calling, because it's really simple. Some people try to sell the script, but the script is like, hey, you weren't expecting this call, but I'm John from 123 Vending Machine. I would love to book a quick 15-minute appointment to come talk to you about putting a vending machine in your space. Is that something you're open to? That's basically it. Okay. Then you do some qualifying stuff. Okay. What about HVAC? I said every lead in your system, but this goes for HVAC. It goes for commercial cleaning. It goes for real estate investors. It goes for real estate agents. And this isn't necessarily cold calling. This is more like warm calling. But you'd be amazed, especially in home services, like home service guys, you'd kill me. So many of you have hundreds, if not thousands or tens of thousands of leads in your CRM. And if you sort them through last contact, like you're not even trying, right? You have thousands and thousands of leads that, it came in, maybe you called once, it didn't convert, and then it just sat there for years. You should call all those. You should be calling every lead in your system. Especially if you use offshore team members to do so, you can keep your price very low. It can be super competitive. You guys are sitting on a gold mine. You have to be able to take advantage of that gold mine. Okay. So the takeaway: cold calling is not dead. Cold calling isn't outdated. Sure, there's tech coming and going, but it still works every single day. I promise you. We've built multiple businesses from it. It is the fastest way to get B2B deals done. It's not even close. The only thing that maybe comes close is like going to a conference or something where you can really, people coming through and saying, "Hey, yeah, I'd love your services." Sure, maybe you can get a bunch of leads that way. But depending on what you're selling, cold calling's where it's at. The bottom line is people pick up the phone. Businesses pick up the phone. You cold call a bunch of businesses, they're going to pick up the phone. So thank you again. I'm John. If you want some lead gen assistance or some lead gen masterminding knowledge, hit me up. If you want help with offshore staffing, hit me up for that too. And we'll talk soon.